want me to bring the rider up on the gate?
Yeah, we're basically ready.
Okay, I'll give it another 30 seconds.
Deseo, lo solicitan adentro el predio de la Federación Argentina. Germán Deseo, vigente.
Push the screen and it'll come clear.
Primeros marcanes, Brooke Crane, placa número 32, 22 años, octava en los Olympic Games.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready.
Welcome back, fans. Here we go with the Superfinal time trials here in Santiago del Estero. We start things off with our 8th ranked rider from last season, number 32 from the United States of America. That'll be Brooke Crane. Brooke Crane from Visalia, California, riding for Haro Bicycles. Definitely has this track down, likes the way it rides, and right now she's got a good run going. Looking smooth, looking clean, looking really fast. And this third straightaway is a place where Brooke usually excels, and right now she's got a good time going. She's coming around that last turn. The green helmet indicates the fastest rider on track. Obviously, since Brooke's the first one, she will get that, but she'll come across the line, set the time to beat. That's 35.64 seconds. 7 other women will have their way to try to beat Brooke Crane in today's Superfinal time trial. So I'll give Brooke a chance to get onto today's hot seat here in Santiago. Next up, it'll be Danny George from the United States of America as well. Last year, ranked 7th overall.
Okay, riders, random start.
So as Danny lines up in the gate, she's waiting for the command to see if she can best Brooke Crane's time. So at this point, we can dissect her lap crank by crank, and coming into the first turn, looks like she's gone pretty well. A little bit of a pump there going into turn number 1. She's just off the fast time set by Brooke ever so slightly, but we'll see how it goes as she gets to the 3rd and 4th time spot on the track. Right now, she's sitting in 2nd overall. Good smooth run there through that 3rd straightaway. Looks a little slow, and she's going to come out just behind that time, almost 3/4 of a second. I don't think she's going to be able to make it up. She's going to crank all the way to the line, a little bit of a lunge, and she will lunge her way to 2nd place. So Danny George will be 2nd behind Brooke Crane, who currently holds that hot seat and the fastest time. Next up, our 3rd woman to go today. Ranked 6th overall last year, 24 years of age, is going to be Lauren Reynolds from Australia.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Lauren's been one of those women to have a lot of success on Supercross tracks, and right now she's coming back from an injury earlier of last season, but she's riding very strong and peaking at the correct time, and she gets that green helmet coming out of turn number 1. So she currently holds that fastest time by just under 9/1000ths of a second. Coming into turn number 2, she still holds that same amount of distance, and she's looking good through that 3rd straightaway. Big, powerful woman. She's going to crank her way down to the finish line. Definitely got that green helmet going, a little bit of a bonk there for fun. Coming across the line, will she be able to hold on to that lead? Yes, she does. 35.44. She will out Brooke Crane from that hot seat, and she will get in there waiting for our next woman to compete to see if she can beat her time. So next up, it'll be our 5th ranked rider from the 2015 season. It'll be Felicia Stansel from the United States of America. A past junior world champion, Felicia's no stranger to victory, podiums, and those hot seats. And let's see how she can do it today here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, for the first stop of the BMX Supercross World Cup.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So Felicia snaps the gate here in her super final time trial. Let's see how she's able to do down this demanding track. Consistency, smoothness is what the key is to winning on any track, but here ever so much more. These high speeds, any little bobble will cost you a lot, and right now it looks like Felicia has a good run going, but she's off the mark ever so slightly as she's back in that 4th place spot. But Felicia is definitely a strong finisher, and we'll see if she's able to make up any time between turn number 2 and that finish line. She comes out right now. She stays 4th ranked overall on her way to the finish line. It doesn't look like she's going to be able to do it, so she's going to make her way across the line in that 4th place spot. Just 4 more riders to go to see who will be today's super final time trial champion. And no stranger to winning World Championships titles and titles on the like is Caroline Buchanan, number 68 from Australia, currently living in the United States of America. Caroline's focused, concentrated, waited for the gate command to see if she can become today's leader with just 3 riders to go after her.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So as the gate slams down, Caroline will come into sector number 1. We can check her time, see where she stands. Let's see. That red helmet comes up, but she's just off the pace ever so slightly, sitting in 2nd overall right now at that 2nd time check. As she comes into the 3rd time check, she takes over that lead, 17.74 versus an 18. So she has a really good run coming here. Coming out of that 3rd turn, she's definitely setting a good, fast pace with no mistakes. She's definitely going to take over that lead. By how much? She moves into the lead, 34.5, almost a full second off of Lauren Reynolds' times, but she's definitely going to need it with the 3 fastest women from 2015 yet to come. And we move on to the next one, the United States of America's own national champion, Elise Post. So Elise Post, no stranger to winning as well in the past, winning multiple Supercross events as well as time trials. She's looking to do so today with her Stars and Bars United States of America national champion in the elite women's class. Let's see if Elise is able to oust Caroline Buchanan from the hot seat.
Ready, watch the gate.
So definitely a good start for Elise, looking smooth and fast. Going into turn 1, she has the 2nd fastest time, but she has the green helmet coming out of the turn, so definitely a good place for her right there. A little bit of a dropping in her nose. Coming into turn number 2 fast, she moves back into 2nd by just 1/1000th of a second. So let's see if she's able to make that time up through the 3rd straightaway. Look to get through it pretty smooth. Comes out, she's still in that 2nd place spot, just sitting ever so slightly 2/100,000ths of a second off. She's going to charge to the line and just be off the pace. Look how close. She narrowed it down just off the mark today. She'll be 2nd fastest. Definitely not happy with that run, but we'll move on. Next up will be your 2015 UCI BMX Elite Women's Racing World Champion, Stephanie Hernandez, number 469 from Venezuela, currently living in Switzerland at the UCI Training Center. So Stephanie's loaded in the gate, plate number 469, looking so fly up there as she gets ready for her chance at today's super final time trial. So she comes out, she has the fastest time at the bottom of the gate, fastest reaction time going into turn number 1. Can she carry that along with her? She comes out of that turn, she's going to sit 5th overall at sector 1. Stephanie is definitely a strong finisher, so we'll see how if she can make any time up. And right there, that is not going to help at all. And unfortunately for her, that crash is going to end her run for the super final. Definitely not the place you want to crash. One of the fastest parts of the track. Stephanie looks to be attended to right now by the UCI BMX World Cup medical staff. So unfortunate to see. It happens to the best riders out there, but Stephanie Hernandez will be unable to finish this lap. Hopefully she'll be able to get up. They're tending to her, making sure she's okay. Right outside of the booth. Definitely not the way you want to start off your World Cup season or any season or a day at the track. We sure hope that Stephanie can be okay and continue on with this weekend's competition. So with just one rider left, it will be Mariana Pajón, the current time trial world champion in the elite women. It's going to come down to that ever old age battle of Caroline Buchanan versus Mariana Pajón for the fastest woman of the day. And we'll see how that plays out when Mariana Pajón gets her chance up here in just a few moments. So yes, the medical staff is attending to Stephanie Hernandez, and hopefully she will be okay and cleared by our doctors to race starting tomorrow. So once we get through the women's program here, we will move on to the top 16 elite men. We still have one woman to go here. As we said, it will be Mariana Pajón looking to try to oust Caroline Buchanan from the hot seat from today. Superfinal time trial here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. Stop number 1, the 5-stop 2016 UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. In 2 weeks, we head over to Manchester in the UK for stop number 2. Then we move on. Stop 3 will be in Papendal in Holland. Then we move over to the World Championships. And then these riders that have earned their spots will make their way to the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. And then come towards the end of September, we come back on the Supercross Tour with the last 2 stops back-to-back for the first time in the United States of America. Stop 4 will be in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And stop 5 will be in Sarasota, Florida at a brand new facility. And we're excited to wrap things up with back-to-back events in the United States.
Ha sido atendida Stephanie Hernández, la venezolana. Recordamos que todavía esta primera.
So the medical staff attending to Stephanie is removing her from the track. Able to get her situated, checked out by the medical staff. And we'll get back to on-track racing action for time trial superfinals here in Santiago del Estero, the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. So Mariana Pajón, winner here last year of both the Superfinal time trial and the race, is now situated in the gate, and she will be the only one who can be the winner today, the only one to knock out Caroline Buchanan and become the winner today if she can do so under 34.5 seconds. So 7-time Supercross champion, definitely 7-time main event champion, last year's overall champion on the World Cup circuit, and of course her 2012 London Olympic Games gold medalist. Mariana is definitely one of the chicas, excuse me, that shows a lot of people, including most boys, how to ride the track. And number 100 with the red plate sits in the gate, and we will see if she's able to out-time Caroline Buchanan today for tonight's Supercross time trial superfinal. Here we go with Mariana Pajón.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
So here we go. Mariana Pajón takes to the track, gets down that first straightaway super fast. Right now she has the third fastest reaction time, but coming into turn number 1, we'll look for that red helmet, and she instantly moves into the second place spot. So we'll see if she's able to make that time up. A clean lap is going to be needed to do so. Right there you see her time is still in second place by 3/1000ths of a second. So here we go with Mariana Pajón. She looks to be able to come out of that last turn. She's still off the pace ever so slightly. So we'll see, will she be able to do it? Coming across the line, there she has it. Look at that time difference. First place for Mariana Pajón. It's gonna knock Caroline Buchanan out of the hot seat, and there is your winner. Past world champion Mariana Pajón from Colombia takes the overall superfinal time trial here in Santiago del Estero for World Cup number 1 for the Supercross Series UCI. Incredible run there for Mariana. She was behind every sector, including that last turn. She made up all of that time on that last run to the finish line. An incredible run there for Mariana Pajón. So we'll let Mariana catch her breath and then get a word with her at the finish line. Mariana salutes the fans down here. Even South American fans, they support all the BMXers, but especially the ones from South America. And Mariana is definitely excited to have today's victory in the super final time trial. So Mariana will make her way to the interview zone, and we will get her interviewed here by our special guest interviewee, past world champion himself, Dr. Jason Richardson from the United States of America. He will get a word here from Mariana to see how her day went for her leading up to today's super final time trial. Take it away, Jason.
Day you get to take a picture with a gold medalist.
Not every day with you.
It's the real one.
Yeah.
Somehow I have a feeling there's 4 people making content.
All right, let's get over to the interview zone with Mariana Pajón, today's winner of the super final time trial. Let's get a word from her and to see how her day obviously has gone well so far. Get some insight from Dr. Jason Richardson on Mariana's run here in Santiago del Estero.
Hey, we're here with Mariana Pajón, the winner of the time trial here. Hey, so you had a really good lap. I was watching in the coach's booth, a lot of people said, wow, that was a surprising lap. And then before that, there was a wreck and you had to wait up on the hill. So what was going through your mind before that lap?
Well, first, I hope Stephanie's okay. She's a great rider, and no one deserved this. She was doing it really good, so I hope she's okay. And I was just waiting for her to go out and just waiting to do a good lap. It doesn't matter if you stay there forever. You just have to do one lap.
Well, it seems like there'll be a lot more laps to go tomorrow. So how will this work for you going into tomorrow's event?
I'm really happy. I've been I've been through a process, and I'm feeling really good. I'm surprised, but super happy, and I'm ready for tomorrow.
Well, you have a great day tomorrow, and thanks for giving everyone a good show.
Thank you. Gracias a todos. Estoy feliz de estar aquí en Argentina. Gracias.
There you have it, Mariana Pajón.
So Mariana Pajón, today's winner of the Elite Women's Superfinal Time Trial. Now we make our way over to the men. We'll start out with the top 16 ranked riders that are here. We'll start with last year's 18th ranked overall rider, Damien Gaudet from France, plate number 69. So let's get ready for Damien's quest towards Superfinal Time Trial victory here in Santiago del Estero as we're ready for the gate to drop. So Damien is known as a stylish and fluid rider from France. Definitely one of the fastest riders on the circuit as well. And right now, he's going to get this time to show his stuff all by himself out here on this big track. And you saw how unforgiving it was when Stephanie Hernandez made that slight little bobble. And this time you'll see the different lines down the second and third straightaway for those elite men. A lot of lean goes into that last turn. Definitely looks cool. So Damien Gaudet sets the times now to beat 31.698. Damien Gaudet will become the fastest rider for the elite men. And then we'll start on rider number 15. So ranked 17th overall last year, Tory Nyhaug came back from injury as well. He's always one of those riders to be looking to have a title, and right now he's the current national champion of Canada. Tory Nyhaug, number 49, looks to put his mark down here in today's Superfinal Time Trial. So Tory comes down, he has the second fastest reaction time. As he moves into turn number 1, we'll get a gauge. He has the green helmet, so he's about a little bit faster, just about a little bit faster than Damien Gaudet was, obviously. And he comes around that third straightaway, smooth style, little bit of a case right there. Encased on the second one too, but he's definitely one of those riders that can make up a little bit of a bobble. Has a lot of speed, a lot of knowledge, and he's a very smart rider. Comes across the line, he will move into that first place spot as you see the time difference there between Damien and Tory. So Tory Nyhaug moves into the hot seat for the elite men. So next up on today's run for the elite men in the Superfinal Time Trial will be number 81, Morris Strongberg from Latvia, currently living in Southern California. What a list of accolades this rider carries on. Morris Strongberg, two-time Olympic champion, two-time world champion, multiple wins on the Supercross World Cup Tour. Just one of the best all-around riders there are. And today we'll see if Maris can attack the track during his time trial and take over the hot seat from Tory Nyhaug. Tory is cringing in that hot seat as Maris just came out of turn number 1 with the fastest time so far of the 3 riders. But he's moved back into second place ever so slightly, so we'll see how things work out for him. He had a definitely good third straightaway there. Still in that second overall ranking. See if he's able to put together down that last straightaway. The machine Maris comes across the line. He will stay in second overall, leaving Tory Nyhaug in today's hot seat. Looks like a hobo made his way into the finishing zone with Tory Nyhaug there. As we get ready for our next rider up, ranked 14th overall last year, Alfredo Campo from Ecuador, 23 years of age, past junior world champion, and he's made his way into a multiple Supercross finals. Today he's looking to see if he can out Tory Nyhaug in the hot seat.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So the second fastest reaction time at the bottom of the start ramp for Alfredo Campo comes out of turn number 1 with the third fastest time. So we'll see if he's able to make that speed up. A lot of style is carried with Mr. Campo around this track. And right now this third straightaway is where he's going to shine. Definitely looks good. He's seen a lot of passes from him last year during this event in that third straightaway. And right now he looks really smooth, really fast. He's going to crank it all the way to the line. Comes across the line, fourth fastest today. So it looks like he did not have the answer for Tory Nyhaug's incredible run, but Alfredo Campo will definitely be one to reckon with once we get into the racing going on tomorrow. So next up, ranked 13th overall from last year will be Nick Long, number 64 from the United States of America. 26 years old, a 2012 Olympian. Nick Long is no stranger to wins on the Supercross World Cup Tour as well. Let's see if he's able to take over today's hot seat here in the Superfinal.
Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
So Nick has the third fastest reaction time. We'll see what his time is out of sector number 1, out of turn number 1. He's also third quickest there. So he looks pretty good so far. A little bit of an overjump, but collected it nice there. Gets into turn number 2 fast. Moves back into 5th overall in the rankings through that third straightaway. Nick is one that's not a fan of this, I think, the single time trial events. He loves the bar-to-bar race action, but right now he's got a good lap going, to be consistent and be on the plan for tomorrow to take top 4 in each and every one of those laps. And that's what he'll need to do, sitting in 4th overall today. So Nick Long won't out Tory Nyhaug. Next up, ranked 12th from the 2015 Supercross Series, our current 2015 time trial world champion out of France, Joris Daudet. Joris also currently resides in Southern California, making the trek around the world in his quest to win yet another world championship jersey. This is the second one he's added in his elite men's class, and right now he's looking to add a time trial victory here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, for the first stop of the 2016 UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. As you can see right there, Joris is on track for a fast lap, has the fastest time out of lap 1, turn 1, has the fastest time out of turn 2, gets through this third straightaway very smooth, looking all dapper in his all-white World Championship gear. Coming around that last turn, he's off the mark ever so slightly. He's going to crank it all the way to the line, cruises across the line, third place overall. Looked fast to me, but one small bobble takes you from first to third ever so quickly. Next up, ranked 11th overall is Edzis Tramanis from Latvia. Another 2012 Olympian, also someone that's made the Supercross main events before as well as podiumed on it. We'll see if the underdog from Latvia, number 127, Edzis Tramanis, can make his way into the hot seat today. He's had some definitely really good runs in these time trial events, and right there it looked like a really good start from Edzis. So coming out of turn number 1, he sits ranked 5th overall throughout the times. So we'll see if he's able to make any time up around the track. Coming out of turn number 2, now he moves up to 4th overall. Definitely taking a great fast line through that last turn. He's moved himself back, unfortunately, to 6th overall at the line. Edzis won't be happy with that, but he'll definitely be back tomorrow racing it out with the best BMXers in the world. Next up, ranked 10th overall in last year's series, David Graff. Third place at the 2015 Worlds was sure his highlight. He's been in these main events before, and today he's looking to see if he can be the guy on the top of the blocks at the end of the day when we're in our super final time trials here in Argentina. Coming out of turn number 1, David sits currently 8th out of 8 ranked riders. So it's definitely want to pick it up, but he's looking fast on the track, looking to have a smooth lap. Coming across the line, David will be 8th. 6th ranked overall, excuse me. Made up a little bit of time in that last section. So we have 8 riders to go. Who will be able to knock Tory Nyhaug out of the hot seat? Will it be this guy here, Bodie Turner? Definitely had a great run here last season. Looking to carry that momentum on. 9th overall ranking in the 2015 Supercross Series. This just youngster from Australia has been globetrotting the world this year. And right now he's excited to be on track to get his season kicked off.
Ready, watch the gate.
So Bodie comes out of turn number 1, 8th fastest time. See how if he's able to make up any of that time throughout the second part of the track. Out of turn number 2, he still sits in that 8th ranking overall. Getting clean through that 3rd straightaway. We'll see what kind of way he attacks this last part of the track. Coming out of the last turn, currently sits 9th ranked overall. Can he make up some time between there and the line? He does. He goes back up to 6th place overall. Not anywhere close to Tory Nyhaug, who still sits in our hot seat. Next up, ranked 8th in 2015, 2nd place at our World Championships in 2015 as well. It'll be Jelle van Gorkum. Definitely one of those riders you've seen win in the past. Can he win today? Let's see as we get ready to see his time trial lap here in Argentina.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Out of turn number 1, Jelle's off the mark ever so slightly, sits 9th overall in the rankings. Let's see if he's been able to improve. No, he slides back actually. So right now he sits 10th overall in these times. Let's see what he can come up with in this last turn. Seems like a lot of time can be made up down this last straightaway. Comes out of the last turn in 10th. Can he make it up on the way to the line? Cruises across the line in that 10th place spot. So Jelle van Gorkum will move on into tomorrow's racing, but he will not move on into the hot seat where Tory Nyhaug still sits. Next up, ranked 7th overall in last year's rankings will be Carlos Oquindo from Colombia, number 566. Bronze medalist at the 2012 Olympics. Let's see what he can do today here in Santiago del Estero in the Superfinal time trials.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
The fans erupt and go crazy for the South American fan favorite. Let's see how he comes out of turn number 1. He's ranked 9th overall in the overall times right now. He's a silent but deadly rider. You don't really see or hear too much of him throughout the day. He's usually 2nd, 3rd throughout the races, 3rd, 4th. But then when it comes time to turn it on in single elimination qualifying, he's up there as well all the way until those main events. So run right here for Carlos that he would definitely want to have a little bit quicker, but 6th will be where he finishes up versus the top 11 riders of 2015. So we'll move on to our last 5 riders, and what a rider we have up next. Number 7 from Australia, Sam Willoughby. Sam Willoughby ranked 6th overall in the Supercross Series last year after skipping a couple of races. Pretty impressive at 24 years of age. 2nd at the 2012 Olympic Games. Sam's always one up for a win in anything he competes in, and let's see if he can knock out Tory Nyhaug from the hot seat in tonight's Superfinal time trial. So Sam drops down. He has the 7th fastest reaction time at the bottom of the ramp. Coming out of turn number 1, he's going to move into 6th fastest time so far down this straightaway. So Sam looks really good, aggressive, clean through turn number 2. Still sits in that 6th time ranking. Let's see if he's able to step it up. He moved back to 9th now going in that last turn. So I don't think he's going to be able to challenge for the win, but where can he wind up? 8th overall, Sam Willoughby from Australia will not be able to out Tory Nyhaug from the hot seat. Next up, ranked 5th overall in our 2015 season, Supercross season at 24 years of age, Anthony Dean is living his dream from Australia, currently living in Southern California. Anthony's coming back from an injury, and right now he's probably stronger than ever. He's in the gate. Let's see how his super final time trial goes for him here in Argentina. So Anthony, definitely one of the strongest riders out here. Also has a lot of style. Fan favorite. Coming out of turn number 1. He's 7th fastest right now. Let's see if he can make some time up down this second straightaway. Coming out of turn number 2. He moves back ever so slightly to 8th overall. This third straightaway for him will be a make or break if he wants to have a chance at ousting Tory Nyhaug from that hot seat. Coming out of turn number 3, he moves back to 12th fastest overall. So he's going to cruise across the line in that 12th fastest time. And Anthony will not knock out Tory from today's top spot. So just 3 riders left, and what an incredible 3 these are. Number 11 from the United States of America, current USA national champion in the racing division, Connor Fields. Connor Fields has won the time trial world championships twice, 2012 and 2013, as well as winning here in the past in Santiago del Estero in both the time trial and race events. Let's see how he can do things today as he's loaded up in the gate for his super final time trial. So at the bottom of the ramp, Connor has the 4th fastest reaction time coming out of turn number 1, the 4th fastest time on track. So this is on pace to be one of the best laps we've seen in quite some time. Trying to stay low and stylish through the turns. Coming out of turn number 2, he still has that 4th time ranking. So he goes through the 3rd straightaway, looks pretty clean. Comes out of that last turn. Let's see how he puts on the power. Coming out of that last turn, he still sits 4th overall. Can he make up that time in the last straightaway? It will not happen today. 4th overall for Connor Fields in tonight's super final time trial. So 2 riders left, ranked 3rd overall from last year's Supercross rankings. That would be Amadou Mir from France. Amadou definitely had a breakout season last year, and let's see how things go for him today in these super final time trials. Just 1 rider left to go after him, but let's go with Amadou Mir and see if he's able to oust Tory Nyhaug from the hot seat. So Amadou has the 9th fastest reaction time. Let's see what his time is out of turn number 1. He's in the 11th spot overall. Definitely a tall task, but it can be done. Amadou Mir looking smooth and stylish. A little bit of a hang up there going into turn 2, but he still gained some time. Now he's the 9th fastest rider at the 2nd time split. We'll see what he is. Coming out of turn number 3, comes out of it, still in that 9th place spot. Can he make any time up down that last straightaway? He definitely looks like he did. He moves up to 9th, so he did. So we just have 1 rider left to see if they were able to knock Tory Nyhaug out of the victory seat and podium position. That would be Nick Kidman from the Netherlands. And what a phenom this is. The 2015 Elite Men's World Champion, and he was the 2014 Junior Men's World Champion. He was also the winner of our 2nd stop last year in Papendal, and at 19 years of age. If anyone can give Tory a run for his money, it's only going to be Nick Kidman at this point. Number 1, let's see how it goes as Nick's in the gate, loaded for his super final time trial here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, for stop number 1 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. He has the 2nd fastest time coming out of the turn, so it looks like if anyone's going to be able to do it, it's going to be Nick. He can make up some time coming out of here. Out of turn number 2, there's your fastest rider, Coach. So can he hold it for the rest of this lap? Going into that 3rd straightaway, he looks smooth, he looks fast. Coming out of the turn, he still sits in 1st place, but it's by a slim of some all margins. Can he do it? He's going to lunge at the line. No, just misses out. Nick Kidman just misses it as Tory Nyhaug takes the top seat here in Santiago del Estero for tonight's Elite Men's Super Final Time Trial Championship. So it will be Tory Nyhaug winning it for the Elite Men, Mariana Pajón winning it for the Elite Women, and we'll get a word here with Tory in just a few moments as he's going to make his way around to give his cheers to the fans and their thanks and gratitude for being tonight's overall winner of the Super Final Time Trial, the fastest rider out of the top 16 ranked from the 2015 Supercross rankings. It's going to be Tory Nyhaug from Canada. Waving to the fans. And waving that Canadian National Championship sleeve proudly. So Tory will make his way to the interview zone. We'll get a word with him from Dr. Jason Richardson after he signs some autographs for the fans. Does some Snapchats, some selfies. So Tory Nyhaug, today's Superfinal time trial champion, make his way into that interview zone. We'll get a word from Tory. So that will wrap up the Superfinal time trials for today. Incredible riding in our qualifying motos. Now 2 fast laps. The winners in the elite men and the elite women, Mariana Pajón, Tory Nyhaug for the elite men, and we'll make our way into tomorrow's program where we will have 8 riders on the track at a time moving in those qualification runs, and then we move into single elimination racing. It'll be interesting to see who we can crown overall champions in the racing side. So Mariana Pajón, your winner in the elite women, Tory Nyhaug in the elite men's superfinal time trial. Let's get a word from Tory with Dr. Jason Richardson as they're in the interview zone. Let's get some insight from Tory on how his day has gone, other than him taking the victory here in the Superfinal time trials.
Yo, 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 Tory Nyhaug, man, you lit it up. I'm just gonna let you talk. Take me through your lap.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It's my first ever World Cup time trial win, and just wanted to have as clean as lap as I could. And I love this track, and I love the atmosphere, and I'm really happy it worked out, and it's going to set me up well for tomorrow.
Yeah, so going into tomorrow, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, what a great setup in general. I mean, you finished off last year with that Pan Am Games gold. Here we are, Olympic season, and now you're starting out the first race of the year with a time trial win. So what's the setup for tomorrow?
Yeah, obviously I'm stoked to start this year off this way, and just want to go into tomorrow and race consistent and do the best I can. We worked really hard this off season. You know, coming into last year was a short year for me. I came off a bad injury, and feel like I'm finally getting back to 100%, and I'm really stoked to start the year off tomorrow.
Well, we're looking forward to watching you ride. I know PH is going to be less stressed tonight. His stress will probably begin a little bit later tomorrow morning, but we're looking forward to a good show. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, J. Rich.
So there you go, a word from Tory Nyhaug, today's Superfinal time trial champion, and we'll get him and Mariana Pajón, the winner of the elite women's time trial tonight, up on the podium here in just a few moments and get you a look at tomorrow's schedule, where we kick things off live with the 8th finals for the elite men, quarterfinals for the elite women. Then we move on to those quarterfinals for the elite men, semifinals for elite men and women, and then we move on to just the last race of the day, elite finals for elite men, elite women, and we will crown our champions here in Santiago del Estero, Argentina, for stop number 1 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. What a great day we've had of qualifications and time trials. Get these riders up on the podium and get them the awards of the day for taking the fastest time here in tonight's super final time trial. So if you missed any of the action from today, you can go back to BMX Live TV and watch a replay, as well as on the YouTube channel. You go up there, get all the races from today as well as races in the past, check them out, and get up to speed before we move on to tomorrow's finale for stop 1 of the UCI World Cup Tour. It's going to be a great race. We saw some good racing today, and tomorrow it's just going to get better and better throughout the day until we have the final 8 in each of these main events, and we will crown a champion for each and start the 2016 World Cup season off in the right style for one rider as they take the victory, and others will just have more ambition and determination to go back out. For just in 2 weeks, we go to stop number 2 of the World Cup Tour, up into Manchester, United Kingdom, and then 3 weeks later, we go over to Papendal, Holland, for the third stop before we move on for the program throughout the rest of the year. So we'll just get some highlights of today's runs. You can see some of these riders just look super fast, but the times are so close. You can see the difference. 0.056 was the difference between Nick Kidman and Tory Nyhaug, and even all the way back to 15th place was just about 1 second off the fastest time of Tory Nyhaug around this track. And 31.063 was Tory's blistering pace that he set today around the track. So Tory Nyhaug seen there in the hot seat. Now you'll see him up on that podium as he is the Champion du Monde for tonight's super final time trial. So takeaways from today, definitely great to see Tory Nyhaug come back from injury and start the season off with a super final time trial. Nick Kidman back up his first year as an elite rider. He had some standout results, of course, but a lot were wondering, could he keep it going? And yes, he did with that second place overall. And Mara Strongberg's back on the full circuit up until the Olympic Games this year, being third overall in tonight's super final time trial. Then it was Joris Daudet, our last year's time trial world champion. And then rounding up the top 5 would be Connor Fields from the United States of America. So those 5 riders definitely had good runs, but none better than number 49 in the elite men's side, Tory Nyhaug, taking the victory tonight here in Argentina. On the elite women's side, I mean, what can be said about Mariana Pajón and Caroline Buchanan and Elise Post? The 3 of those women, they race head-to-head all the time. They're all the ones battling it out for these victories, it seems like, as of late. And Mariana Pajón is able to pull it out once again, just edging out Caroline Buchanan, Elise Post. A strong run from Lauren Reynolds, and as well as for Brooke Crane as the top 5 in the elite women from tonight's overall finals. And unfortunately, a crash there for Stephanie Hernandez gave her a DNF, and we hope that she's okay and she'll be able to compete in tomorrow's racing once we get to things going on. So as our riders make their way, the winners, Mariana Pajón and Tory Nyhaug, make their ways over to the podium. Just want to thank you for tuning in today, checking out the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour Super Final Time Trials presented by Tioga BMX. And just coincidentally, both of the riders, today's winners, were on Tioga tires. Maybe that helped them win the championship. Maybe it was years of determination and training. You decide. But we are excited to have Tioga as part of our broadcast presenters. Yesterday was brought to us by Dance Comp. Today, Tioga BMX. And tomorrow, it's all about the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. We're excited to give you that hour-long show. We'll bring you up to speed from the quarterfinals on, so you won't have missed a thing. We'll show you the standout rides, and then we'll have a live webcast and television show for the rest of the event for tomorrow from those quarterfinals on for the elite men and women. So let's make our way over to the podium and see Mariana Pajón, today's winner of the Supercross time trials for the elite women.
Felicitaciones, Marilita. Brillante.
Muchas gracias.
Marilita, felicidades.
Mariana Pajón, tonight's winner of the Super Final time trial for elite women. now we'll get our men's champion on the way to the podium, which will be Tory Nyhaug from Canada. Yeah, hurry up. So tonight's winner for the Elite Men's Superfinal Time Trials, it will be from Canada, Tory Nyhaug. So there you have it, the winners from today's Superfinal Time Trials. Mariana Pajón from the women, Tory Nyhaug for the Elite men. Bring Mariana back up so we can get a group photo of today's champions. So there are today's champions for the Elite men. Tory Nyhaug for the Elite women. Mariana Pajón. Thank you so much for tuning in today, fans. As we said, tomorrow we will have the race action live from the Elite men's quarterfinals on. 1 hour of blistering racing all the way to the finals for the Elite men and the Elite women, making their way into history, taking the first overall race win for 2016 on the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. But right now it's about tonight's Superfinal Time Trial, won by Mariana Pajón and Tory Nyhaug. So I want to say thanks for tuning in to BMX Live TV. I've been Pete Deluski. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch up with you tomorrow. Thanks so much.